26th of July they start. Now they were known to many as the Dorsets, a county regiment which sent farm hands and office workers off to the trenches. But until now there's been no permanent memorial in the French fields where they fought and died in their thousands. This weekend, relatives of the men and veterans from later units which carried the Dorset name have finally seen a memorial unveiled. Simon Clementson reports.
Farmers' fields where human remains are still found. But it is a flat and empty landscape. Hard to imagine the bloodiest of battles here. There are reminders of the dead and missing on the Somme, some of them huge, where local names do appear. But the Dorsetshire Regiment, which lost 4,000 men by 1918, has never had its own memorial where others have. Now in the shadow of Thiepval, on French soil, stands Portland Stone.
It's been a long road from 2006 to here, so it pleases us as a branch that at last we've got a fitting memorial to the men of Dorset. And I suspect it's one of those things that had sort of fallen under the radar.
Some of the families who've travelled out for the dedication ceremony descend from those who died as the Great Battle of the Great War commenced. Major Dudley Ward wrote that the moment the first platoon left the shelter of a Tweil wood, it came under concentrated machine gun fire. The dash to the front line was only about 100 yards, but in his words, half of the total casualties of the day occurred while passing over this narrow section of open country. They were met by a hail of bullets, he said. They hadn't reached their own front line, let alone their enemies. In the same fields, with Thiepval looking on, the following generation of Dorset soldiers gather with dozens of others.
We hereby dedicate this memorial to the glory of God and to the memory of the men of Dorset who died in the Great War.
Wreaths are laid by the Lord Lieutenant and the Mayor of Tweil. Meeting one of the Dorsets in the war, another serviceman wrote, "The regiment represented his world. Its welfare was his welfare, its reputation the only thing that mattered."
Brings back a lot of memories. You know, you get such a comradeship when you're in there. When you are serving, you never forget it.
I mean, the things that they've done since 1914 is amazing and not always got the recognition.
To me, the Dorset Regiment, it'll live forever now. It's sad.
The story of the camaraderie and the sacrifice is complete. Simon Clementson, BBC South Today, Tweil.
A lovely moment from that gentleman there saying that the Dorsets will live forever. That was wonderful. A fitting memorial to those men. On to sport now. Roger Johnson is here, and I suppose